G'day guys, it's another miserable day here in Melbourne, so we're going to have a chat about a couple of my latest reads. Lucky you, it's a 2-for-1 special, we've got a double whammy. So first up we have Gone by Midnight by Candice Fox. This is I guess like a thriller sort of thing, detective thriller. Kid's been abducted from his hotel room, gone by midnight, and they've got to track him down. Pretty interesting. It wasn't super thrilling. I wasn't on the edge of my seat the whole time or anything like that, but it was interesting enough. Quite a few twists and turns and lots of little obstacles that stand in the way of the main characters, and a lot of little side bits and pieces going on as well. Kept it interesting enough. Set in Australia, up in Cairns, which was an interesting setting. I wouldn't have really thought that kind of thing. Often they're usually like way out in the countryside or in major cities. But this one was in Cairns, which was a unique take. Not a bad book. Spoiler, in case you want to read this one, the mum did it. That was pretty sad. Like, I guess she didn't want to be a mum, and saw freedom if she could get rid of her kid. She was divorced from her husband or separated from her husband or something, and if she could get rid of her kid, and who was, he was an 8-year-old boy, so he was always hyper and active and, wanted to get out amongst it and wanted to go to the crocodile farm and do all sorts of stuff that kids want to do. And she just, I don't know. We don't really know exactly why. It doesn't delve into it too much, but she just sort of says that she always felt free without him and dreaded him coming back from visiting his dad. And so she killed him. So, bit sad, but not a bad book. Pretty easy to read, easy to get through, well written in that sense. It wasn't really convoluted or overly descriptive or anything like that. So if you want to just bash out an easy read that's relatively mysterious, they do sort of point you in the direction of a particular person who I'm like, that's too easy. It can't be that person. But it really makes you think. But good read. And book 2 in the 2-for-1 special is The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes. This was a Penguin classic. I spoke about that with Oliver Twist, these cloth-bound covers. Love them. Really, really great. Good thing about this is all the books are only 20 to 25 pages. There's about 20-odd books in general, and about 20, 25 pages each, so you can just read one. Effectively, it's the size of a chapter, so you just read one, but that's the whole case from start to finish. Obviously, in typical Sherlock Holmes fashion, you sort of don't really know what's going on, pick up little breadcrumbs along the way, and then he spells it out at the end as to how he deduced that this person was the culprit of a certain crime. Spoken from Dr. John Watson's perspective, as always, we know that's what Sherlock Holmes stories are. Some of them are pretty easy to guess who the bad guy is or what's happened in the scenario. But some of them are actually a little bit sort of twisty, and I'm like, I have no idea what's going on here. Please, Mr. Holmes, enlighten me as to who the bad guy is or what exactly has happened. So that's interesting. But yeah, like I said, only 20, 25 pages per book, so you can just read one a night or one a day or something like that if you want to, and don't have to commit to an entire book. I've done that a couple times. I was actually reading one of these in between the Gone by Midnight that I just mentioned, just to break it up a little bit. So I'd read one of these, read a couple chapters of that, and read another one of these, and then I was kind of done for the day. But it was a good way to break it up. Alright guys, that's all I've got for you today. If you liked the video, don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you next time. As always, stay cool.